Welcome to Perry Como's Kraft Music Hall, brought to you by Kraft. Kraft, the name that stands for good food and good food ideas. Perry's guests this week are Mr. Bob Hope and Miss Anne Bancroft. And here now with them is Perry.
Thank you and good evening, and welcome to another session of the Kraft Music Hall. As you can see, we have a couple of very distinguished guests, and we hope you'll stay with us for a full 60 minutes. I think you'll enjoy it.
Is that it? I mean, is that your opening? How do you work up such enthusiasm? You sound like you have big investments in Cubers. No, where do you get that kind of material?
That's my nightclub act.
You stay up nights? No, you don't stay up days, but you stay up nights.
Fellows, I'm from the theater. I'd like to know what I'm supposed to do in this hour. What is the plot of this production? What's my motivation? What is the character I am to portray?
I don't know what your motivation is, but mine is money.
And the plot is to grab the money and run?
Before they change their mind.
Oh, Perry, why are we sitting on these stools here? I mean, except the fact that you have two extra ones.
Well, you see, Anne, we have viewers, and when they watch the show, they see two big guests like yourself and Robert here, and we get a big rating, see?
What's a big rating?
I'll take that one, Perry. You wouldn't understand big ratings. You see, Anne... You see, the whole structure of the rating system is very simple. Somebody in New York telephones a woman in Mansfield, Ohio, and if she isn't watching your show, they replace it with a cowboy. Oh, that's the way it works, isn't it? See, when they had those big debates on television, the rating showed almost half of the people were watching Nixon.
And while they were watching Nixon, the other half sneaked out and voted for Kennedy.
Yeah. Good job. Except Mrs. Roosevelt. She voted for Stevenson. Well, Perry, we've been chatting here quite a while. Is it all right to go right ahead, or do we have to wait for David Susskind?
We better start without him, or we'll never get a word in.
Okay, you pour the coffee.
No coffee. We do have Kraft's peanut brittle.
Okay, pour me some peanut brittle.
You're pressing a little, aren't you, Bob? Look, those boys out there in uniform are ushers. They're not soldiers.
Well, you could have fooled me. Does General Sarnoff know?
Kraft brings back peanut brittle, like when you were little. Kraft peanut brittle is the old-fashioned candy that everybody loves, and it's brand new, just in time for the holidays. You can see how good it is. Look at those big, jaggedy chunks of Kraft peanut brittle. Very, very crunchy and just loaded with peanuts. Kraft makes peanut brittle with pure sugars, sweet cream butter, and fresh roasted peanuts. The minute the peanuts are roasted, they're popped in right from the oven. Tomorrow, pick up Kraft peanut brittle.
What do you mean we're not going to sing a duet?
Well, look, I mean, the next song I'm going to do alone, if you don't mind.
How about that? Same old story. I used to work with a singer who tried that, blew his whole career. Things got so bad he had to even sell his golf clubs. Pebble Beach, Hillcrest, Burning Tree. You better use me, Perry. I can help you get rid of a lot of cheese.
And now I'd like to get rid of a lot of ham.
Oh, that's so... Nothing. Say, you know, you should never have broken up with Jerry Lewis. Okay, Per. If you want to sing alone, I'll go out and rehearse my love scene with Anne Bancroft.
There is no love scene in this script with Anne Bancroft.
I print my own cue cards.
Oh?
But before I go, I'll give you one more chance. Do I sing with you?
No.
Okay, that's a pretty fast answer. You remember the famous words of Mamie Eisenhower. Stop packing, Dwight, it may be a tie.
Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Accentuate the positive, and latch on, Jack. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Accentuate the positive, and latch on.
Gotta accentuate affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith. A pandemonium liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the wind, going on. What do they do? Just when everything looks so dark. Man, they says you better accentuate the positive, keep them. Minus the negative and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't you mess with Mr. In-Between.
To illustrate his last remark, Jonah in the wind, Jonah in the arm.
What do they do?
What do they do just when everything looks so dark? What do they do? What do they do?
Man, they says you gotta act.
2, 3, 4.
Accentuate the positive, keep
2, 3, 4.
eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
No, don't you mess with Mr. In-Between.
No,
I don't mess with Mr. Thank you very much. And they say where there's life, there is hope. And of course, where there's hope, life is a lot happier because of his ability to make us laugh at ourselves. So here now is Bob. A funny thing happened to me to the theater. On my way to the theater, Hope. Bob Hope. Yes, that was quite a trip. I have regards for you from Castro. Hey, who's your set designer? Rube Goldberg? I don't know why I'm always on the stool. Be my guest. Not me, boy. When I work, I don't want to be a sitting duck. I want to be a moving target. Okay, start moving. And no jokes about your picture with Lucille Ball, Facts of Life, which I happen to know is the best picture you've ever made. Slower. Because Dolores told me. And no jokes about Khrushchev politics, Buick, Crosby, Crosby's money, golf, girls, Dean Martin, or your nose. Let me see you work around that. Good night. Well, that leaves me the freeway and Forest Lawn. That's about the order it works out. I'll take it. You can go. Have a nice long nap. We'll call you when we need you. If we need you. There he goes, the Neapolitan Nembutol. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm indebted to Perry for bringing me here to New York. I love it here, and this is such a novel town. I saw a policeman today who has a sideline, directing traffic. For you ladies and gentlemen of the hinterlands, that's a local joke. They said it would get a big laugh. It has to do with moonlighting. I think that's where a cop takes an outside job so he can afford to go to a nightclub that hasn't been closed by the commissioner. No, I love it here. There's always something happening in New York. They're either digging up a street or putting up a building. One contractor got mixed up and put up a street. 6 avenues, now 2 ways, up and down. And the taxi cab drivers here in New York, they're still wild. I told one to take me to the Hampshire House, and he said, "What floor?" Got up there and made a U-turn. But I'm sorry, I missed all the excitement when Khrushchev was here. I heard traffic was tied up for 2 weeks. They were trying to find his other shoe. You all remember Khrushchev, the Russian version of Keep Talking? That's the chicken plucker, straight man. I want to say one thing. Russia took a dim view of our election. The headline in Pravda read, "Boston millionaire forecloses mortgage on old soldier's home." I
was in Russia a couple of years ago on Election Day. It was very interesting. I was also there the day before when they were counting the votes. No, you can vote in Russia if you want to. It's optional. You go into a booth, pull a curtain, when you open it, you're in Siberia. But you through with it? No, but how about our election? Wasn't that something? Anybody want to buy 5,000 golf jokes? I wonder if I can switch them to touch football. Now, our election was pretty close. For a while there, it looked like we might have to turn the White House into a duplex. Most races are won by a nose. This is the first time hair had anything to do with it. Nixon refused to concede until the last dog sled was in from Alaska. Nixon had a tough time deciding whether to concede or convert. Now, whoever thought the Beat Generation would turn out to be Republicans? No, but Kennedy won, and that's the wonderful thing about a democracy. Even a millionaire can become president. Papa Kennedy was surprised. They carried 6 states he didn't even own. But you know, it's nice to have someone take an office who's starting out rich, isn't it? Gives you confidence, you know what I mean? Oh, yes. Yes, sir. I can't wait to see the White House with wall-to-wall money. I like that. Now, Kennedy will be the only president-elect in history that when he moves into the White House will be moving into a smaller home. And by the way, Kennedy really needs Lyndon Johnson. You know, you can't get into the White House unless you're accompanied by an adult. And one thing, I'm glad Kennedy has religion. I'd like to see politicians pray more often. Keeps her hands out where you can see them. No, it used to be a mortal sin not to go to church. Now it's a federal offense. Oh, and by the way, Nixon just found out how he lost. His makeup man was a Democrat. But Nixon and Kennedy got together last week in Miami. It was cheaper than getting separate rooms. It was a friendly little lunch, just Kennedy, Nixon, and their food tasters. Kennedy walked in and said hello, and Nixon demanded a recount. No, but it was very nice. Kennedy offered Nixon a great job, ambassador to Cuba. Or quarterback on the L.A. Rams. And they were getting along great until the check came. That started the 5th debate. Anyway, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Now we've all got together for the big job ahead, learning to spell Hyannisport. Oh, wait. You like it? Hey, by the way, wasn't that great about the Kennedy baby, huh? It really was. I mean... And it was a little early, too, but the way they're counting, he figures he might need another vote, you know. This is one production race Khrushchev won't win, I guarantee. Politics is funny. For 4 years, Nixon's been expecting, but the Kennedys had the baby. It's going to be funny. They swear him in, and already it's time for a change. But one thing puzzles me. If Nixon wins the recount, who gets to keep the baby? Now, everybody sympathizes with Nixon, but nobody mentions the real loser, Arthur Miller. Marilyn and Arthur Miller called it off, you know. Must be TV. What else could they fight about? No, it's a funny thing. He left her. I've heard of guys giving them smoking, but this is ridiculous. When the divorce was inevitable, Marilyn was making a picture in Reno and hated to leave without buying something. But I've got a little news for you. I just got an offer from 20th Century Fox to make a picture with Marilyn. 10 grand a week. I hope I can raise the money.
Here's the meal that will get you a pat on the back. Hot Franks with an old-time hot potato salad that you bake in the oven. And this one gets a special flavor richness from shredded Cracker Barrel brand, the truly great sharp cheddar cheese that Kraft brings you, wrapped in aluminum foil so it's as fresh as though it was cut before your very eyes. First off, we're going to simmer 1/3 of a cup of sliced green onions and 1/4 of a cup of chopped green pepper in 3/4 of a cup of Miracle French dressing by Kraft that adds its own lively, spicy flavor. After 5 minutes of simmering, we add 6 cups of sliced cooked potatoes and a cup of sliced celery. That's for crunchiness. Next come 8 slices of crispy cooked bacon crumbled into little pieces. Season well with salt and pepper and toss it all together lightly. After 20 minutes in a moderate oven, we're ready for the glory touch. A wedge of Cracker Barrel cheese, shredded, goes all over the top. A few minutes back in the oven, and you're ready for compliments. This hot potato salad is bound to be one of your family's favorite casseroles, because hot or cold, Cracker Barrel is always more than just good cheese. It's a real pleasure. For snacks, be sure to serve it at room temperature to enjoy all of its full flavor goodness. Get it in these handy sticks or the traditional wedges, each marked for flavor. There's no guessing. It's always great cheddar when you buy Cracker Barrel brand by Kraft.
And Bancroft has had only 2 Broadway plays. 2 for the Seesaw and the Miracle Worker. Both of these and Miss Bancroft have won awards and unanimous approval by theater goers. But Annie doesn't stand still. She's added music to her repertoire of talents. Here now in a song are a few demonstrations of her musical talents. Anne Bancroft.
No use leading with our chin. This is where our story ends. Never lovers, ever friends. Goodbye. Let our hearts call it a day. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say, I wish you bluebird in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss. But more than this, I wish you love. I wish you skies without a cloud. I wish you friends, a happy crowd. I wish for you what I want to. I wish you love. My breaking heart. You and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. I wish you love. I wish you agony and misery of every conceivable sort. Because you see, fundamentally, I'm a rotten sport. Some of these days, you'll miss me, honey. Some of these days, you'll feel so lonely. You'll miss my hugging. You'll miss my kissing. You'll miss me, honey, when you go away. I'll feel so lonely, just for you only. 'Cause you know, honey, that you've had your way. And when you leave me, you know it's gonna grieve me. You'll miss your ever-loving baby some of these days.
Some of these days, you're gonna miss your baby. Some of these days, you're gonna feel so lonely.
You'll miss my hugging, you'll miss my kissing, you may even miss me. Man, how could you be so blind? Don't you know a good woman today is hard to find? You'll feel so lonely for your one and only. 'Cause you know, honey, I always let you have your way. So if you leave me, man, it isn't gonna grieve me. 'Cause I ain't missing any fun, and I ain't missing anyone but you.
You're gonna be sorry some of these
Wonderful, Anne.
Thank you very much, Perry.
You give every line of every lyric so much meaning, and the same way with your dialogue. Every line has a different shading. Everything I say comes out the same way.
Mm-hmm. Well, Perry, I think if you take a short course in method acting, you'll do it in no time at all.
Well, I have a line to say every week, for instance. I say, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. This evening we have a show we think you're going to enjoy, so sit back and relax. Every week it comes out the same way.
Okay, let's take those lines. How'd you like to hear them?
Well, suppose you try it for me happy.
Okay, happy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our program. This evening we have a show we think you're going to enjoy, so sit back and relax.
Now, try it sad.
Oh, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this program. This evening we have a show we think you're going to enjoy. So, sit back and relax.
Would you like to try it anger?
Anger. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this program. This evening we have a show we think you're going to enjoy. So sit back and relax. Okay?
Wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful.
Now, let's see you try it. First, anger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. And And we have a nice show, so sit back and relax.
Uh-huh. Well, that's not really anger, you know. That's more frightening. Let's see now. Let's see. Try it, sad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. This evening we have a show we think you're going to enjoy, so sit back and relax.
Holy mackerel.
Get him out of here.
Yes, that was sad. All right, now let's try one more. Put everything you've got into it now, happily.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, parquet margarine.
Oh, Perry, that's very good. That's marvelous. But isn't that what they call on television, payola, a plug, you know, that stuff?
No, you mean whether you mention a product and you get a little money and all that stuff? No, that's not it.
Oh, why? Doesn't your sponsor pay you?
Oh, yes, they pay me very well, but
Oh, but
you
you
see...
snuck that in.
I know, Ann, but...
Perry, you can get into trouble doing that.
Ann, I got a good thing going here. Don't let me blow it now. No.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show.
Holy.
No doubt about it. Grandpa's the greatest shipbuilder in the whole world. And Mom, she's the greatest cook. She knows what's good, like the extra goodness of new parquet. Yes, new parquet now has a new, natural flavor that's better than ever. And new parquet has extra nourishing goodness, too. More vitamin A and D, protein, calcium, and other nutritional benefits than any leading spread. New parquet even has important polyunsaturated liquid vegetable oils. No leading spread at any price is more healthful. New flavor, new nourishment. These are the reasons new parquet tastes so good and fresh and wholesome. Try the extra nourishing goodness of new parquet. It's made by Kraft, and it's still the same low price.
New parquet, fresh from Kraft.
We have a regular on our show who probably is one of Broadway's finest dancers and one of Broadway's finest choreographers. Whenever you see a Broadway musical that has the name of Peter Gennaro on it, you can bet you're going to see some very exciting and original dancing. Here now is Peter Gennaro with the Gennaro Dancers. Get them.
It's not a foxtrot or a polka. It's got a crazy kind of blue rhythm that's high. It has a meter that is tricky, kind of wacky-wicky. Dancer with a new with love in her eyes. You dream of a new karaoke. And the sky. Dream of a new karaoke. When music delights are gone and we're saying goodbye. Two heads together, better than one. Two heads together. you seen the karaoke?
Gennaro's a great talent, isn't he?
Gennaro. If your name doesn't end in an O, you haven't got much of a chance around here, huh? Hey, how'd you get on this show, Bancroft?
You think that's my real name?
Now you're swinging, Tweety. I like that. Danny, how are you enjoying the show so far?
I'm having a wonderful time.
Uh-huh. How about you, Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? Well, I'm in the family. I earned my O, huh? Well, I'm enjoying the show very much. Too bad you couldn't have been with us tonight, Perry. Great fun.
What do we do next?
Well, there's a show on TV now. It's very popular this year. A thing called Candid Camera. I thought we might do something like that.
You're kidding. That takes 3 weeks to prepare. They throw out more film than they use because people get on camera and say things they shouldn't say. Words even Jack Parr wouldn't use. No, I'll show you what I mean. You got a barbershop scene we can use?
Yeah, we got a barbershop scene. Fellas, show him.
Hey, how about this, huh?
Nice.
You're what I call a real miracle worker.
Oh.
Now, can I get into this act, or is this a men's barbershop?
No, we cut ladies' hair, too.
Okay, I'll be back.
All righty.
Now, here's the way they set up Candid Camera. Perry, here, change your coat.
Already?
You got to play a part.
Oh. Thank you.
There you are. Now, you're a barber and you're a personality. Well, we're sure you're a barber anyway. Now, the camera's behind this mirror here, right here, see?
Huh?
And I'll be back here taking the pictures.
Now, where's the microphone hidden?
Well, the microphone is in this comb, right here. Say, oh, and here comes our first customer. Oh, good morning. You're next.
Thank you.
Would you mind sitting in this chair on the end?
Well, what's wrong with this chair?
Well, it's sort of out of focus. I mean, it's out of order. Sit right here, will you?
No, I want to sit here.
You do, huh? Sit there and don't argue with the director, will you? Okay, Harry, let's get going, huh? You comfortable? Now look, this is the barber right here. See the barber? He's a real nice guy. Around here we call him Mr. Nice Guy. Oh. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. There. That's fine. Now let's get going, huh? We're not shooting Spartacus, you know. Let's move it. Haircuts. We give haircuts. Lots and lots of haircuts.
Who is that guy? Some kind of nut?
Okay, we're rolling. Action. Quiet on the set. Take one.
Would you, do you have a request of any kind?
Yeah, I'd like to request a shampoo.
Shampoo? That's wonderful.
Hey, into the comb. The comb.
I'm sorry, would you repeat your request into the comb, please?
I'd like a shampoo. Got a nice touch.
Thank you.
I feel all right?
Yeah, sure. Our customers are always right.
Sing to him.
Come along with me. I'm on my way to a star.
Hey, you sing pretty good. Do you watch much television?
Nah, not too much.
Whose show do you watch on television?
Well, mostly yours, so Mine?
Yeah, the Perry Como show. You mean you weren't surprised when you came in here to see...
Nah. I've been watching your show long enough to know you'd come back to this.
He might not sit down if I don't.
Cut! This is what I mean, Perry. We can't use any of that. Okay, you can leave now.
Well, wait a minute.
What about my shampoo? Go to a barber shop and get one.
Well, what kind of a barber shop is this? The barber is Perry Como and the manager of the shop is Red Skelton.
So smart, you had a chance to be on Candid Camera, now you're not going to be, so there. Well, so there to you. That's the best news I heard today. It happens I'm an escaped convict. Never worked, right? You see what I mean, Perry? They recognize the celebrities right away.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Red.
Oh. Okay, here comes somebody else. Oh, it's a cute chick. Here. Come here. You take care of the camera. I'll take care of her.
Okay.
Oh, well, how do you do? Is there anything I can do for you?
No, just a haircut.
Would you sit right here, please? Honey, I won't be able to reach you from here.
Uh-huh, that's the idea. What are you, neurotic? Ah, you're strong for a hairdresser.
Yeah, I got in the... Can't help it. I got in the wrong line of Vic Tanner.
Your nose is shining in the camera. And when you speak into the comb, don't say anything controversial, right? You look like a nice one.
Controversial? What's controversial about a haircut? All I want to do is get my hair coiffed. Are you the coiffer?
No, honey, I do the quaffing around here. Here, go hit the alley, will you? Go.
I'll go back and
Go back.
talk to Marion Nixon back there.
Yeah. What'd you have in mind, honey?
I want to go out of here looking like Bridget Bardot.
Bridget Bardot? You want to look like all of them, huh? Honey, you don't want a haircut. You want a hot towel. Would you try this? How's that for size, all right?
What are you, a comedian?
What are you trying to do, start the great debate all over again?
Cut. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful.
We're going to use it. You ought to have the coat.
No, we're using it on next week's show. Very good.
What? What are you using? What news? What news? What are you using?
I got a little news for you. You were on Candid Camera.
Me? You mean you're... and I'm... really?
Hey, look, the camera's here behind the mirror.
The camera? Ooh, how clever you are.
That's right. And the microphone is right in this comb.
Yeah, well, I knew about the microphone, but the camera behind the mirror.
See, so you've been on the Candid Camera. You can see yourself next week. You surprised?
Surprised? Am I? And I got a surprise for you. My name is Anne Bancroft, and if you use that film, it'll cost you $25,000.
Well, tell it to Cheesy. It's his trap.
My name is Anne Bancroft.
Wait a second, fellas. My name is Alan Funk.
But all of you people are on the real Candid Camera on another network, so there.
No, you mean that you've been out of here.
And if you want to surprise your family, serve them barbecued spare ribs fixed indoors with new Kraft barbecue sauce. We start by brushing them with this wonderful new sauce that gives cookout flavor when you can't cook out. We've placed ribs on the broiler pan and we'll broil until well done and browned on both sides, brushing frequently with sauce. Kraft barbecue sauce simmers real cookout flavor right into the ribs. Why not pick up new Kraft barbecue sauce and have barbecued spare ribs with wonderful cookout flavor tomorrow? And with ribs, what could be better than this special coleslaw that you make with light, lively Miracle Whip, thinned with a little cream and sparked up with Kraft salad-style mustard, salt, and a dash of seasoned salt. We added some diced green pepper to the shredded cabbage, but whatever you add, remember that Miracle Whip adds the creaminess and the zippy flavor that's made to order for coleslaw. America's favorite is light, lively Miracle Whip salad dressing. Speaking of salads, Kraft has this exciting liquid dressing offer for you. When you buy any 4 of these 7 famous dressings, Kraft will send you $1 in cash free, or will send you 25 cents for each kind you try, up to $1. Send your name and address and 1 label for each 25-cent refund you want, up to $1, to Kraft Offer, Box 766, Chicago 77, Illinois. That's Box 766, Chicago 77.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see that the road leads back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. You are truly everything, my life to be everything. When in my sleep you appear, fair skies of deep blue appear, you oh so much again. You are my favorite star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything I love. Each time our lips touch again, I yearn for you oh so much again. You are my favorite star, my haven in heaven above. You are everything I love. You are everything I love.
Now, here come our Kraft cooks with an easy dinner menu to bear in mind in the busy days that Mom has ahead of her. This hearty main dish is one you can put together in a hurry. Cream dried beef with macaroni and cheese, the good homemade kind you make with Kraft macaroni and cheese dinner. In the Kraft dinner package, you get special quick cooking macaroni for 4 servings and plenty of golden Kraft grated for the rich cheddar cheese flavor everybody likes. And with Kraft dinner, you make this good macaroni and cheese for only a nickel a serving. Tonight, we're turning Kraft dinner into a creamy, flavorsome casserole by mixing it with 2 cups of cream dried beef. With Kraft dinner in the house, you have a head start on loads of mighty good meals. So keep plenty of packages on your pantry shelf for the busy days ahead, because easy does it with Kraft dinner. Our easy dessert is a gingerbread jewel. The fresh fruit goodness of Kraft peach preserves combined with old-fashioned spicy good gingerbread made with Betty Crocker gingerbread mix. Serve warm with whipped cream and a sparkle of Kraft pure peach preserves to enjoy all the sweet, juicy flavor of fresh peaches. Or top Betty Crocker gingerbread with Kraft blackberry jelly or preserves, or Kraft pure boysenberry preserves. They're all fresh fruit good from Kraft.
Perry, I'm such a fan of yours that my favorite part of your program is when you sing requests. You look so handsome in those shots.
Oh, come on now, you're just saying that.
No, I'm reading it. But I really mean it when I read it.
Well, shall we continue reading?
Okay.
Next line says, Anne, there's nothing I like to do better than to sing a little song with you.
Uh-huh.
And I think we're going to do a folk song.
Whose folk?
Ours.
You wrote to me Volare. Oh, oh. Nel blu, deep into the blue,
felice di stare lassù.
Nel blu, deep into the blue,
Felice di stare lassù.
volare. Oh.
Pensa che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi dipingevo le mani e la faccia di blu.
Poi di improvviso venivo dal vento rapito e cominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare. Oh.
Cantare. Oh.
Nel blu, deep into the blue, felice di stare lassù.
E volavo, volavo, felice più in alto, del solo era ancora più su. mentre il mondo pian piano spariva lontano laggiù. Una musica dolce suonava soltanto per me.
Oh,
that's what you can say.
Cantare.
Dipinto di blu.
Felice stare lassù.
Nel blu, dipinto di blu.
Felice stare lassù.
Oh, life.
Grazie, signorina. Grazie.
Prego, prego, prego.
Lei canta molto dolce.
Grazie, grazie.
Excuse me, please, paisano. Hi, Red. How you, Gray? Say, is it a union rule that the boy sings only with the girl guests?
No.
There's so many great duets, I don't see why two guys can't do the same songs.
Why can't we try a couple of them?
Shall we have a go?
Don't throw bouquets at me.
Ooh, that's the post.
Don't please my folks too much.
Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say it won't work.
We met at 9.
No, it was 8.
I was on time.
No, you were late.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. That carriage ride.
You walked me home.
You lost the glove.
I lost the comb.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. You wore a gown of gold.
That was Uncle Milty. You got it wrong. I really can't
Baby,
stay.
it's cold outside.
That's Bobby. I've got to go
But
away.
Toby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Been
been
hoping you'd drop in.
so very nice.
I'll hold your hand, they're just like ice.
Don't touch me. You never wrote.
I like New York in June. How about you?
I like a Gershwin tune. How about you?
I love a fireside when the storm is due.
I like potato chips, moonlight, and motor trips. How about you? So far, so good.
I'm mad about good books. I can't get my fill.
And Annie Bancroft's looks give me a thrill.
Holding hands in the movie show.
We're in trouble here.
Lights are low.
Mitch, get me out of this dark movie with this barber.
I'm a lucky boy.
Boy, who are you, a dreamer?
All our schemes
Seems to come true.
maybe that's because you take it in.
Love me.
Thank you.
And maybe that's why
I love you. Yes, sir. Fella needs a girl when he's singing
I
a
thought
song.
you'd forgotten me.
There is nothing like a day.
I enjoy being a girl.
That is everything like a day.
When I have a brand new hairdo and my eyelashes all in curl, I float like the clouds on air do. I enjoy being a girl.
there are things like a day.
I'm a girl, and by me that's only great.
And nothing looks like a day.
I am proud that my silhouette is curvy,
And there are no drinks like a day.
that I walk with a sweet and girlish gait,
And nothing thinks like a day.
with my hips kind of swivelly and swirly.
Nothing acts like a day.
I adore being dressed in something frilly. When my date comes to get me at my place,
Or attracts like a day.
out I go with my Perry Barber Billy, like a filly who is ready for the race.
There ain't a thing that's wrong
Hey man, here, I can't see cured by pointed in near.
We'll be thrown out of ASCAP. You know that, don't you?
I guess that's about it. I sure hate to lose you two, but we have to make room for our guests next week. Juliet Prowse, we have Steve Lawrence, and the Kingston Trio. Is there anything you'd like to say before we close, Robert?
Well, I would like to say that my real motivation wasn't the money. It was spending a wonderful week with you two.
And how about you, Annie?
Well, I vote for that about you two.
And, of course, you two know how I feel.
Sleepy?
I think I can hold out to one more cue card.
Here we are, almost out of time. Songs were just terrific.
Your humor was sublime.
Three sleepy people beginning to wheeze. We're all tuckered out from selling Cheers. I can't remember the time when I had such delightful guests. I hope you didn't mind my little jest.
We'll get letters.
Were they too little?
I'll remember when you sang those wonderful requests.
But now it's almost 10, so till we meet again, it's au revoir from Como's worry class.
Foggy little Robert
And drowsy little Anne. Three sleepy people fading from sight, with just a moment left to say good night, Anne.
Good night, Bob.
Good night, Ann.
Good night, Perry.
Good night, Perry.
Good night, Robert.
Appearing in the barbershop sketch, Milt Kamen.
Bob Hope appears with the courtesy of Buick. This is Ed Hurley speaking for Kraft. To get all of tonight's recipes free, send your name and address to Kraft Television Recipe, Box 1718, Chicago 77, Illinois. That's Box 1718, Chicago 77, Illinois.